So today we're going to be changing out this Generation 1 on the A.O. Smith Voltrex, which we can see we got an energy guide down here of $201 a year is what it's taken to run. And we're going to be changing it around here, and we are going to be putting in this Navien brand new hybrid water heater that they have. And on this one, we have an energy guide over here of showing it is 116. So if we can take a look down over here. Kind of see we got 201 on that one. Over here we're at 116. Plus we're excited to get the chance to put one of these in. This is the first one of these we're going to be putting in. We look forward to putting in plenty of them, hopefully, for folks that understand that more efficient water heaters are definitely the way to go. They're definitely going to help you out both in cost efficiency, and they're also going to help out with giving you a little bit of cool air back. And here in Florida, that is really nice to have cool, dry air in your garage. It was packed really well, came with lots of great cardboard around it to keep it protected, so it's less likely to get damaged on the way getting here. They do a good job as well, just like a lot of the other manufacturers. They actually bolt it down to the skid that it comes on, a little mini pallet. One of the great features you can see here on this is you actually have a hot and cold side inlet that comes with caps on there. And you actually have a hot and cold top. So it makes it easier to be able to retrofit. You also get a nice brass quarter turn valve out for the boiler drain. They got it set up really nicely. And one of the other great features on these Naviens is that QR code right there that you see. You can actually scan that and it will get you the instruction manual and a lot of other pertinent information that you need for the actual water heater itself. Alright, now that we made some adjustments to our piping on the wall, we've adjusted the electrical and gotten the condensate drain moved out and around, finished trimming off some of our CPVC to get it ready. We've also prepped this. We just got the new wires hanging out. They'll get pushed back inside the box here. We've got our pieces connected up on top. We got ourselves all ready. We're going to be tying in the cold, and we have our spot for our expansion tank. We also have our hot tie-in, and then down here on the bottom, we actually have a spot where we're going to be tying the recirculation in on. It's nice. They do come, like we brought up earlier on, with caps on the two side inlets, since they're probably considering those to be the backup. It is nice to see here. We also have the vent screen is right here in the front, easy to access. We don't have to worry about getting it in the way of things with our lines. This is also interesting. What we've determined is it seems as though these seem to be connected with O-rings inside there, so they do have a little flexibility to make certain you are definitely backing them up, as you should be anyway whenever you're screwing adapters on there. And then on top of that, both these and these on top, if they do have O-ring connections on there, you want to make certain you don't apply any heat to them at all, since that would end up cooking the O-ring out and you would have a leak. So let's go ahead and work on getting this thing up on top of our bricks that we have here, getting it twisted in position so everything's going to be positioned the way we want it, and then we'll go ahead and start working on actually getting the connections made. We should be in good position. We'll make any other adjustments we need to while we're getting started working on it. But we can see that our electrical connection is definitely going to reach. Our condensate definitely is in a good spot as well. We still have access to our plug for where our recirculation pump is going to plug in. And we have good connection points for everything we have here. So we'll go ahead and keep going forward on this and get it all hooked up. We've got the new unit all installed. Went ahead, the customer's already got his stuff put back on there, as far as, he's got a flashlight, stuff like that mounted to it. So the jacket is still steel. The inside is a stainless tank, but the jacket on the outside is still a steel jacket, so it's still magnetic. Got a little ring camera up there and stuff like that. But overall, went back in. Of course, this was taking out a A.O. Smith Voltrex, so it was already set up for it being a hybrid water heater. We did change things around though, like you guys can see. If you remember from the beginning of the video, we did change and mount all of our plumbing, the in and out, to the top. Our return line we did take to the bottom. That is one of the nice features about this unit, is you do have side mounts and top mounts to be able to do everything. And the other nice feature is it does come with caps already installed. I would say the biggest learning thing on this to take away from it is you do have your adapter pieces here do seem to be ones that are have O-rings on the back side of them, as well as up top here. This is like an O-ring on there as well. As you can see, it's got a little bit of wobble to it. We will be mounting a bracket to the wall, coming out and grabbing hold of this. That way it's supported. Regular condensate like you would have on any of the other hybrid water heaters. Navien face is very similar to its tankless brothers or cousins in a sense. So very much the same color of screen, being a green screen, and then your same normal controls. I will say one of the things we learned is you do have to be just very light touching with it. So you just want to be a light touch with on there. You don't need to push and hold or anything like that. Just a light touch will do the trick for you. Your filter screen is just as easy to take out as that. And as far as quietness, currently it's running full speed and you can't even hear it. So the original Voltrex that was here, that was a Gen 1, which admittedly A.O. Smith's on their Gen 5, it's much better for them then and stuff like that. But it is just far and away much quieter. I mean, this is not anything you would even really know was running. We had a fan that was blowing just to kind of dry a couple spots on the ground. We had turned on the relief valve just to make certain we had gotten it filled all the way up. It spilled a little bit on the floor. We cleaned it up, put a fan on to dry it. The fan that we were blowing on the floor was louder than the heat pump running. So overall, great system. We'll do a follow-up after we've had it in for several weeks and the customer's gotten a chance to use it and try it out. And we'll get some feedback from them, but overall, thumbs up for it. A little bit different than the Rheem and the A.O. Smiths, but nothing that makes it harder or more difficult. As far as ease, I'd say it goes right along with everybody else. Now that they are doing ones where they have top connections and side connections on most of the different models that are out there of the heat pumps, the Rheems, the A.O. Smiths, the Bradford Whites, and now the Naviens. Excellent design. I really like it overall. The look of it is very nice. Definitely, like I said, I like the interface is very similar to the cousins of it, the tankless gas models that are out there. So anyway, like I said, we'll give it a shot. We're going to let it run now. We're going to have them use it for several weeks, and then we'll get some feedback on it. So thanks for watching.